If you're here, it means my YouTube algorithm is working. Yeah, you're one of my friends who I've paid to watch this, or you're my mom who always watches everything I make and supports me, regardless of how bad these videos are. Anyway, it's 2022. I'm pretty sure you guys realize that since I'm posting this around 2 weeks after the New Year's. But the reason that I'm making this video is that मैंने साल के starting में resolution बनाई थी that I will be posting more videos. And last year I started this YouTube channel for fun, for the sake of just recording my last 2 weeks of university life in Nust. And I realized that this became sort of a video diary in which I am having fun when I'm talking to a camera, and then I'm involving people around me into these videos. And abhi bhi, like saal piche mein jata hu and I see those videos of mine in Nust, and I'm just like, saal bhi nahi hua, 6 mahine hoye hain. And I'm just like, yeah, it's so nostalgic, and I'm so glad that I recorded everything. But now I have a cool camera, I have a cool room, I have cool posters, and I thought, why not turn this into an actual YouTube channel where I start posting stuff about, let's say for this video, university application processes and how I reached Germany and how you can reach Germany. I am by no means a counselor, but if I can help you, then maybe that can help me out in the future as well. You never know how the cosmos works. Also, यहाँ सूरज बेन मुँह में बहुत ज़ोर से पड़ रहा है, and which is a good thing because northern Germany where I am in Kiel, वहाँ सूरज बहुत कम बाहर निकलता है बाहर, लेकिन अभी बाहर बहुत ज़ोर से पड़ रहा है. I can't even see properly. So why don't we just shift to a second angle? Yes, I have a second angle. You didn't expect this, did you? This is me being cool. Back to the first angle. अच्छा, तो वीडियो का टाइटल होगा something along the lines of I'm studying in Germany for free because I am, but I pay for my living and all that. So this isn't clickbait, but this is going to be a video in which I talk all about my university application processes and how you can apply to universities in Germany, and I talk a bit about what I'm doing here. If you haven't already gone to the end of the video and you're still here and you've been listening to me for 2 minutes or more, then I feel like you should stay here because we're going to keep on talking about this. And if you have food with you, like I usually watch YouTube, ऐसा खाना होता है, मैं खाना खा रहा होता हूँ साथ-साथ, and you're using this as a way to hide the deafening silence of the world around us, and you can't be alone with your thoughts for a few seconds, then why not just watch this video? I know, reality check. But let's go. So, video, university, Germany. Yes, I'm just saying words. And I'm using my second angle again because I like it, and I like it here as well. So, let's start the video. If it's been 3 minutes and you're still watching this video, then I apologize for everything that happened before I introduced my name and this channel to you. Because that wasn't me. But now on a more professional standpoint, let's start the video officially. अच्छा, तो मेरा नाम जाफर अब्बास है, सैयद मोहम्मद जाफर अब्बास मेरा पूरा नाम है. I am studying in Germany. I think you've already gotten the gist of it by the very weird introduction that I gave to this video. Again, सूरज बहुत ज़ोर से मेरी आँखें पड़ रहा है, तो if you see me like having trouble looking into the camera, it's not because of you, it's because of me. Okay? आप लोग जहाँ बैठे हैं, you look amazing, you're perfect, stay happy. Whatever. I'm going to regret everything that I'm saying in this video. I study in the University of Kiel. Kiel is in the northern part of Germany. If you've seen any of my other videos, you'll know. Maybe I can add another Google Earth Studio video in which I show you where I am in Germany or in the world. It's a very good city. Ab Germany mein maine kya degree kar raha hu? I'm studying sustainability. And for the official degree name, it's called Sustainability, Society and Environment. It's a master's in research in which I'm researching on the link between sustainability, climate change, environmental protection, and how it affects society and how society affects the environment. मतलब दोनों का correlation आजकल काफ़ी important topic है ये. If you've watched other videos in this channel, you'll know that I did my bachelor's in environmental engineering from Nust. So this is like a step ahead of that. I wasn't always a big fan of engineering. I did that degree for the sake of the environment side. I was really bad at engineering, लेकिन मैं graduate हो गया, मैं Germany पहुंच गया, लेकिन किस तरह पहुंचा? Moving on to that. And this may serve as some advice for you in your university application processes, क्योंकि आजकल काफ़ी university applications खुली हुई हैं. A lot of university applications have opened, and a lot of people are applying. A lot of my friends who were my juniors back in Nust and back in Pakistan, they're applying for universities now. So if this video offers any sort of advice to you, anything that can help motivate you, then that's the intention. खैर मैं नस्ट से ग्रेजुएट हुआ हूँ एंड आई वाज़न्ट द बेस्ट स्टूडेंट, क्योंकि काफ़ी लोग कहते हैं कि अगर आप you're studying for free or you're studying on a scholarship then you should be a really good student. That's not the case. If you're at this point where you're applying for a master's program and you feel like you have a bad GPA and that's going to stop you from applying, तो एक gap year लगा लो, job कर लो, then you can apply. If that's your own decision for the sake of like you want more experience, good for you, कर लो. लेकिन जो मेरी intention ये थी कि I thought मेरा GPA बहुत बुरा है and I thought मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता. मैं मास्टर्स में कौन select करेगा with a GPA that's below 3. मेरा CGPA was below 3. Wasn't that bad but wasn't that great either. तो काफ़ी लोगों को प्रोफेसर्स पाकिस्तान हर कोई कहता है कि GPA is everything. If your GPA is below 3 then दुनिया में कोई आपको मुंह नहीं लगाएगा, कोई जॉब नहीं मिलेगा. If that's something that's demotivating you, don't let it demotivate you. मैंने पाकिस्तान में जॉब भी किया है, मैं जर्मनी मास्टर्स भी कर रहा हूँ, even though I have a really bad GPA. But why? Motivation. That's it. All you need to do is be motivated. काफ़ी लोग ये बोलेंगे कि अगर आपका GPA अच्छा नहीं है then just let it go. Just focus on a job. Don't focus on a master's. पढ़ाई का शौक नहीं है. लेकिन if you're actually genuinely curious in studying things, if you really want to do a master's for the sake of learning, not for the sake of getting out of Pakistan, so this motivation can take you anywhere. And again, I'm not saying GPA isn't everything. GPA can help you a lot in getting scholarships and everything. GPA shows that you're motivated. लेकिन I'm saying this in the context कि आप इस टाइम पे पहुंच गए आप कि आपका GPA अच्छा नहीं है और इसके बावजूद you are skeptical about applying to Europe or any foreign country or even a scholarship because you're like, मेरे professors कहते हैं मेरे पास मतलब I'm not worth it. No one will take a shot on me. Then that's where I'm telling you that people will take a shot on you. People will take a chance on you if you're motivated enough. If you're willing to show that you are worth taking a chance, nobody will care about your GPA. Nobody will ask about your GPA. They'll take you for who you are. All if you show that you're passionate, you have what it takes to survive in maybe a harsher education pattern जो यहाँ यूरोप में होता है, and if you have the right motivation to work with them, they're selecting you over somebody else and you do get in, they want to see why they're selecting you over somebody else anywhere in the world. Because when you're applying to masters or maybe even if you're applying for a bachelor's abroad, people won't really care about your country or ethnicity. They won't care how rich your dad is. They won't care how amazing your mom is. Nobody cares about this. All they care about is आपका motivation क्या है, आपकी motivation क्या है. और यूनिवर्सिटी एप्लीकेशन के साथ एक और कॉन्सेप्ट आता है which is called rejection. And rejection is scary. If you're watching this video, then I'm assuming that maybe you're applying for something. Maybe you're applying for a master's, applying for a bachelor's. And when you're applying, you're putting yourself out there. You're showing yourself and your vulnerability to somebody else, like your GPA is your vulnerability, your passion is your vulnerability, and you're like, maybe it's not enough. And then that brings in a lot of fear of rejection. कि अगर अभी ये ना हुआ तो मैं क्या करूँ? If I'm applying for this master's, that means I'm rejecting any sort of job offer that might come my way. Because if you're applying for something, you have to put all your effort into it. And nobody wants that effort to go unrewarded. You don't want to let your effort go to waste, right? And that's where the fear of rejection comes in. And I'm sure that rejection is something that a lot of people have faced in their life. If you're applying for a master's, maybe you've been rejected in your bachelor's. If you're applying for a bachelor's, maybe you've been rejected for any college or high school. Or maybe you've been rejected in other ways. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about your academics. Okay? Stay on point. Focus. No. Acha, so rejections are common. They happen. That doesn't mean that you're not good enough. That doesn't mean that you don't have what it takes. मैं काफ़ी पर रिजेक्ट हुआ. लास्ट ईयर इस टाइम पे आई हैड लाइक दिस बिग वाइट बोर्ड जिस पे मैंने कोई अराउंड 30+ यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के नाम लिखे थे जहाँ मैंने अप्लाई करना था. एंड आउट ऑफ दिस 30 सिर्फ 40% मेरी एक्सेप्टेंस आई. आई गॉट 60% रिजेक्शंस इन दैट मास्टर्स एप्लीकेशन प्रोसेस जो लास्ट ईयर मैंने किया था. बट आई डिडंट लेट दैट डिमोरलाइज मी बिकॉज आफ्टर एवरी एप्लीकेशन आई वाज लाइक अगर यहाँ ना हुआ देन कुछ नहीं होता. मे बी दिस इजंट फॉर मी. जो हम कहते हैं ना कि यहाँ मतलब बेहतरी होगी, इसमें होती है बेहतरी. You can't judge fate, you can't control fate. Wherever you're meant to go, you will go. The only thing you can do is put so much effort into your work so that it accelerates your fate. It accelerates the point where you're reaching that position in your life which you're destined to go to. अगर आपको समझ नहीं आया, मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि मेहनत करो और जहाँ बेहतरी होगी वहाँ तुम पहुँच जाओगे. सूरज फिर से बहुत तेज़ हो गया. आई एम एंजॉइंग दिस, लेकिन गर्मी मुझे लग रही है. तो yeah, back to the topic. I get distracted very easily. Don't be afraid of rejection. होता है, चलता रहता है. There's nothing you can do to stop it. अगर रिजेक्ट होना रिजेक्ट हो जाओगे. The only thing you can do to stop it is to put more effort into your applications ताकि वो आपको रिजेक्ट करें ही ना. And the only way you can do that is to show your motivation. And even if you've done all of that, you're still feeling rejection or you're still getting rejected, then there's nothing you can do to stop it. That person would have rejected you anyway. किसी भी तरीके से reject कर देता आपको. If you put all your effort and you still got rejected, that's not your fault. It's their fault for not spotting what's good in you. And if you get accepted after all of this, it means that somebody saw something good in you that somebody else didn't. पिछले बंदे का loss, हमारा gain. That's how it goes. That's how life is. That's how everything will go. Sometimes you apply for something and the other person can't see the goodness in you, can't see what's good in you, what can be beneficial to them. And that's okay, because sometimes you're having bad days, sometimes you're having good days. You can't control that. What you can control is that you just put your all and then you just leave it all to fate. And then even if you get rejected, you don't let it stop you, you don't let it demoralize you, you keep going again. You're like, oh, they can't see me for how great I am. I'm still gonna present myself better. All you have to do is present yourself better. Once you present yourself to the maximum, nobody will reject you. And you're listening just to a guy who's studying in Germany and who's got rejected by 60% of the places he applied to. In fact, मैंने एक Erasmus scholarship के लिए apply किया था and I got rejected 3 seconds after I pressed the submit button. मैंने 2 दिन लगाए, सारे application process हर चीज़ पूरी की, exams वगैरह में सारे पैसे पहले लगा चुका था मैं, and I finished my entire application and I pressed the submit button and guess what they sent me? Let's send a screenshot of that email over here. And it says that my GPA wasn't enough, या फिर I don't have a degree in my hand. ये काफ़ी common excuses हैं. I put so much effort into these applications and I got rejected. Why? Because I forgot to see that उनके लिहाज से I wasn't even worth considering because my GPA wasn't great. Because my GPA didn't even fit the cutoff mark. And I could have been demoralized by that. I could have been depressed by that. And I was. उदास हर क्यों होता है? But I didn't let that change my entire application process. I was like, okay, now I have more deadlines ahead. Now I'm going to put more effort into these deadlines. And if I see that a university is rejecting me on the basis of my GPA, then I'm just going to apply to places where the people aren't that biased. They'll see my motivation and they'll ignore my GPA. And that's what happened. That's why I'm in Germany. And that's how it all went. So this video was just to say that rejection, ज़िंदगी काफ़ी common चीज़ है, आएगी, किसी भी किसी चीज़ से आएगी. It can come in other ways, other social ways where rejection आएगी. किसी ना किसी को अभी तक आई भी होगी ज़िंदगी के अंदर. कभी कभार आपको rejection आती है academically. You might not go to the place that you really wanted to go. And that's not your fault. It's the fault of those people to not recognize how talented or motivated you are. All you can do is make sure that the next time you apply to some other place, you present yourself even better. You don't even give that person the chance to reject you. And even if they still reject you, it's their loss. Because आपकी destiny किसी और जगह लिखी हुई है. That's what happened to me. Now, when I was applying to Germany, मैंने इससे पहले बता चुका हूँ, I've been rejected a lot. Like in these applications, only this application, in no other domain. I've been rejected a lot. तो I was like, ठीक है, मैं और जगह apply करूँगा. So last year गुजर रहा है. Like I started my application process in December. Then came the time of March. And March के time पे, I applied to this university called the University of Kiel. And it was a master's in research. They basically wanted me to submit a research proposal. And I did. अब मुझे क्या पता research proposal क्या किस तरह लिखते हैं? All I did was a basic FYP in my bachelor's. I don't know much. All I did was that I wrote everything according to what I perceived would be a good research project for me, where I wanted to go into. जो मैं चीज़ करना चाहता था. And I wrote it. And I wrote it with all of my heart. And I was like, ठीक है, अगर ये reject कर रहे हैं कुछ नहीं होता. At least now I have a research proposal which I can use. So I put effort into that. And then मैंने छोड़ इसको. I forgot about it. And I assumed I've been rejected क्योंकि 1 महीना गुजर गया, 2 महीने गुजर गए. And I knew the German visa process काफ़ी लंबा process है. Actually, I'll make a video about that as well. If you're interested, if you've reached this video at this point, I'll make a German visa process video. So मैं समझा कि Germany में कोई मेरा scene नहीं है. And luckily, I had gotten acceptance in a few universities in the UK and one in the Czech Republic. और Czech Republic वाली काफ़ी affordable education है. Like if you feel like you want to apply to the universities in the Czech Republic as well, not just Germany. Czech Republic education में अच्छी quality की है. And it's very affordable because the value of the Czech krona, जो इनकी या the Czech crown जो इनकी currency है, it's very low compared to the euro in Germany. तो education उसके मुताबिक काफ़ी affordable, especially if you're coming from a region like Pakistan or India, जहाँ you're not that rich, your currency isn't as great as compared to the euro. So I was planning on going there because it was very affordable, it was very cheap, and I thought maybe चल जाता हूँ. And I liked the degree. I didn't love the degree, and I liked it. तो मैंने अपने hostel का rent तक pay कर लिया. And I was planning on going. Visa process के time आने वाला था. I was about to apply for it. कि out of nowhere मेरा final exam 2021 के जून के अंदर अपना आखिरी exam दे रहा हूँ मैं. और exam के बाद I'm just hanging out with my friends because we're about to graduate like in a day or two. Degree खत्म होने वाली है. Like second last exam था, last exam नहीं था. And then out of nowhere, I got an acceptance letter which said that I was in the University of Kiel and my select ho gaya. Also, another update, since I'm probably turning this into a video diary for myself, I'll still upload it though. I just wanted to say that I got accepted into another university, the University of Kiel in Germany. I don't know if I'll go there, if I get the visa on time or anything. I might just go to the other university I got into in Prague. Or if things go bad, I might not even go anywhere, but let's see. But today I got accepted into a university in Kiel in Germany, and that made me pretty happy. It's a program that I really like, so let's see what happens. Though I had no hopes that I was gonna get in here. Because I had already gotten rejected by a university in Hamburg, I only applied to 2 German universities because I thought maybe auqaat nahi hai. Like, being very honest, I didn't give myself enough credit. I thought I didn't have what it takes. German visa process बहुत लंबा है, बहुत खुआरी है. I don't want to go here. I don't think I'm a good fit for this. I don't think I'm deserving of free education in Germany because Germany selection थोड़ी मुश्किल होती है. That's what I thought. And then I got an acceptance, and I was like, ये क्या? कहाँ से आ गया ये? Also, the university I applied to in Hamburg, the other university I applied to in Germany, वहाँ rejections लिए आया था because they were like, you haven't graduated yet. I was applying in my 7th semester. They're like, you should apply with a degree in hand. So that's also a rejection point. I thought यहाँ भी ये scene हो गया होगा. So what happened was that I got selected, and they liked my research proposal, and they offered me a place in the university, and I took it. And then I applied for my visa and everything, and here I am in Germany. And it all happened so quickly, and everything just happened so effortlessly. My plan was that I was going to Prague. I had even seen the hostels, paid for the dorms, everything. मैं full खुश था कि मैं Prague जा रहा हूँ. But there was a bit of doubt that the degree that I really wanted was in Kiel in Germany, और वहाँ से मेरी selection नहीं आई. So I was like, ठीक है, miss Germany. And then Germany came back to me. And then the visa process got finished really quickly. And then everything else happened so quickly, and here I am in Germany, and this has all happened. So all you have to do is just have faith. If you feel like you're not enough, if you feel like you shouldn't apply now, maybe you should get some work experience, but you're really passionate about studying a master's, then don't limit yourself. You can do it. Just put in a little bit of effort and put your faith in yourself, and then just see where destiny takes you. तुम पहुंच जाओगे किसी न किसी जगह पे. Just like, this is my guarantee. You'll reach here in Germany or Europe or even the US, any place you want to go. Just don't let the fear of rejection stop you from taking that first step. Because if you're limiting yourself, then society will limit you as well. अगर आप अपने आप इतना faith नहीं रख रहे ना, then nobody else who's going to select you is going to put their faith in you, because they can see. They've had so many people apply for the university applications. They can tell if a person isn't that motivated, if a person isn't that confident about what he is. So if you're confident in your own self, there's nothing that can stop you from reaching your goals. All you have to do is stay motivated and you'll reach there. And for the German university application process, for me, there was nothing like uni assist, etc. I don't know much about that. I just applied directly through the university portals. So I'd suggest that if you want to go for a good German university or any university in Europe, so what I did personally that helped me was that there's this portal called daad.de, Germany portal, which basically tells you all the German degrees that are in English. You can add the filters there. You can identify which German degrees are in English. You can identify which German degrees are for masters. You can identify which German degrees are in a Universität or a University of Applied Sciences. So Germany में एक काफ़ी बड़ा differentiation gap है, because Universitats are basically research universities, and the other universities, the University of Applied Sciences, are, I think, the Fachhochschulen. I'm bad at German, I'm still learning it. The Fachhochschulen are totally different. So unme I would suggest don't apply to them, because they're for applied sciences. They're basically like diplomas जो Pakistani मिलते हैं. So I would suggest you only apply to the research universities, the Universitats. So you can easily filter them out on the dart.de portal. And then once you have the degrees that you want to do, like मेरी तो degrees काफ़ी कम थी because I'm in sustainability. काफ़ी कम इसकी degrees offer होती हैं. लेकिन if you're applying for something like computer sciences, तो बहुत degrees offer होंगे. So the next thing that you can do is that if you want to go for a good university, again, don't limit yourself to a lower ranked university. Apply everywhere. Don't hesitate. Just apply everywhere. कोशिश करो wherever you throw your metaphorical fishing rod, that's where fate will take you. So apply everywhere, and then maybe you'll catch a big fish, which is your university. And that's a very bad example. I don't even know how to fish. So here, that's what you do. That's how you apply. Go to topuniversities.com. वहाँ से जाके university की subject rankings देखें and see which university subject ranking, like the subject that you want to go for a master's in, is high. And then cross-check them with the dart.e applications. you'll get your German universities that are offering you'll get your German universities that are offering a degree in English and are at a research university, and then you'll see that they're really highly ranked in that subject. QS overall ranking doesn't matter. What matters is the subject ranking, because that means that the professors there in that university, they're good for your subject, and that's good for you. And don't hesitate to think that Germany में university की ranking 2500 QS में, that won't get you a good job, because all the research universities here are on the same level. Even if you graduate from Technical University of Munich or University in Flensburg, जो Germany की core किनारे पे है, at the end of the day, if they're both research universities, universitats, and they're the same level, and you're doing the same degree, when you apply to a job, all they'll consider is your research output and your skills. They won't really care about university title. All they'll see is that, oh, अच्छा universitat है, that's pretty much it. Doesn't really matter where you come from. ये सारा ranking shanking का number one university का concept सिर्फ पाकिस्तान में है, पाकिस्तान में रहने दें. Just focus on the subject ranking, because that's for your own benefit. That means the professors that are going to teach you are really highly ranked in that university, and the research output in that domain, in that subject, is so high that it's one of the world's best. That's why it's getting a subject ranking in QS, जो topuniversity.com है, इसमें मैं बात कर रहा था. And that's pretty much it. That's all you needed to worry about for applying to a German university, for applying to Europe. I'll start making more videos about this. This is just a fun video that I was making because I was bored. मेरी क्लासें अभी तक शुरू नहीं हुई क्योंकि अभी तक छुट्टियां हैं. Christmas holidays खत्म नहीं हुए अभी तक. So they'll end on the 10th of January, and I'm recording this before the 10th of January. So happy belated New Year. And if you watched this far and maybe you like this video, then let me know and I'll make more videos like this. क्योंकि मैं वेला हूँ और मुझे अपने कैमरे से बात करने से कोई डर नहीं लगता. And it's to hide the fact that I'm so alone and I need someone to talk to. And that person is me, because I'm looking at myself in the camera. And you're the audience member who's just listening to me talking to myself. So I'm not crazy. We're both crazy.